Alrighty, welcome back to round 3, the final round of week 1 of Smash Ultimate League. I'm your host, Blaze, aka Spencer, and of course with me, joining me once again, as always, is the legend himself.
It's James, it's Kilij, and it just so happens that I'm leading off round 3 as well. I seem to be the flagship person for every single round, and you know what? Probably a bad omen for me, because I'm 0-2, and I need to really rely on these guys to not get myself swept in the first week. It's myself, I'm a pirate now. It's myself, Risky Bryzness, and we're taking on the Freaky 5 in this next 2v2. So, I'll go over my fighters. I'm the home team, playing on Lilac Cruise here. Mr. Game & Watch, flat controller, haha, if you get that reference. Another one of those speed builds, which have been a little hit and miss so far. Move speed plus and jump plus means that he's going to cover a lot of ground and hopefully chain really nicely. And the Rizzler, Diddy Kong, is really good for one thing and one thing only. A combo of moves between his dash attack plus. I do think that Diddy Kong just has one of the best dash attacks in the game in terms of comboing. And air attack plus to really take advantage of the combos he can land with that dash attack. Is it going to pay off early game? I don't know. But like we said, we've seen some good patterns from some of these early fighters, so hopefully we can see a little bit out of him here.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see. Looking over at the Freaky 5, we've got Sour Cream Sora leading things off with Air Attack Plus and Air Defense Plus, really leaning into his strength as an air fighter, which could be very terrifying, considering Sora's got some pretty strong air combos that he can do. So we could see some really disgusting things. Looking over at Darth Vader, we got, of course, some interesting choices. We got Weapon Attack Plus to make those sword attacks hurt quite a lot, especially if he can land those tippers. And Item Gravitation, which we've seen some of the Item Gravitations and Auto Grab abilities. Sometimes they help, sometimes they don't. It's really hard to say, but maybe Darth Vader will get some advantages. Pull in a lightsaber, perhaps, and really live up to the name. It's hard to say, especially with how unpredictable the items have been so far. Let's jump right into this and see who wins.
Risky Bryzness versus Freaky 5.
I need my team to save me from embarrassment here.
Both teams have lost the first 2 matches, so one of these teams will unfortunately lose all 3 in the first week. So, definitely fighting to stay out of the bottom. We'll see what happens. I will say this, most of these fighters are very light, outside of Marth, which could mean some very early kills on everyone.
Yeah, I think all 3 decent fighters in the air as well, so the platforms on Lilac Cruise could end up posing both problems and advantages to compare to, well, it will depend on whoever can make the most advantage of them.
Absolutely. Risky Bryzness getting the assist trophy there, which could be really helpful, although it's not really doing much, it's looking like. Got a little bit of chip damage, but that's kind of it. And never mind, some big hits right there.
Yeah, speak of the devil, and it will... Oh, wow, really land in the freeze on.
Oh, definitely.
Really nice up special there by Sora, hitting Game & Watch up nice and high.
Freaky 5 guys are really high percent right now, which is a little terrifying. Ooh, that,
I suppose if...
Item Gravitation pulled the Dragoon part to Marth. Sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, I think the issue here with Risky Bryzness' team, my team, well, I was about to say lack of kill power. I mean, if you can keep Darth Vader off the stage, that definitely does help.
He might struggle to get back on, as we saw right there. Very unfortunately caught underneath the stage there. Nice big kill from Game & Watch on Sora.
Huge kill.
That Item Gravitation is actually really helping the Freaky 5 right now get those Dragoon pieces, which could be very dangerous if they can get all 3. Now, they only need to get all 3 across both characters. They don't need all 3 on one, which, considering they have 2 of the parts, that's really terrifying. We do have the Daybreak part now, too, which... Man, we're getting all of the 3-piece weapons.
We're playing collectors now.
Apparently, and Freaky 5 also has the Daybreak part. could also see a very deadly Marth final smash here, which he manages to hit both. Ouch!
Jeez.
Big hit. We saw something very similar to that with Lucina back in round 1.
I was just about to draw the same parallel, and I mean, this could be a similarly game-changing hit here.
Sora locking up Diddy right there, but Diddy survives. Big hit right there. Coming in with a final smash retaliation right there. Did not take kindly to being locked up like that.
Oh, everyone just firing their final smashes off right now. Everyone just throwing moves out.
Marth just standing there, grabbing the Daybreak part. They have lost quite a few of their parts from all the wild KOs that have been flying from all the final smashes. It is still a very close fight, but it looks like we're currently favoring Bryzness just ever so slightly right now, but that can easily change with like a well-timed final smash.
I know, we're starting to see the final smashes from, I mean, Marth and Lucina. We know how deadly the critical hit is. It's virtually an insta-kill every time it happens. I mean, I'm starting to think, I mean, those could be tournament-defining final smashes looking early days.
Absolutely.
Starting to see a little bit of hitting in the air here by Diddy, but I mean, we really want to see him use that air attack and follow that up.
Ooh, Game & Watch get a final smash. He manages to miss, but Sora is not able to recover.
Tactical miss? At the edge guarding? Is that what that's called?
Maybe, but Marth does have another final smash, and he kills both of them again! My goodness!
Wow. We are seeing an absolute carry by the Marth Lucina final smash combination.
Marth Vader out here landing all of the final smashes. Like, my goodness.
I have to be honest, if it wasn't for that, the Freaky Five would be way out of the game. I'd say they've been hugely underperforming at the minute. But I mean, all it takes is for Marth to get this smash ball as well and hit something similar, and we're in trouble. But it's Game & Watch at the minute.
This could be huge for Game & Watch, especially if he can knock Marth out right now, because that seems to be the big threat of the match.
Is the danger character. It needs to do a lot better than he did before! Carry Sora off instead! And Marth at 180% is on death's door.
Although Marth does have 2 pieces of the Dragoon, and it doesn't matter. Diddy with the face hump. That's gonna be it right there.
Well, I'm just relieved that I didn't get swept. But commiserations to the Freaky Five who do go 0 for 3. Might need to rethink the strategy there. I mean, good man, Marth. Good man.
Like, I will say, that is insane what Marth was able to do. Like, even though Freaky Five lost this is nothing to, like, be ashamed about, because, my goodness, they fought hard. And it's not like the Freaky Five got destroyed in any of their matches either. It's all very close stuff for them. So, you know what? Maybe with just a little more training, they'll come back swinging next week with, who knows, maybe the reverse sweep. It's hard to say, but yeah. Marth Vader, absolutely insane with the 4 kills from the 2 final smashes. Absolutely disgusting stuff right there. And that's definitely what's kept the Freaky Five in that match. But unfortunately, yes, Bryzness just was on top of them and had pretty good stage control that whole game, and it really showed.
Really good stage control. I wouldn't have expected Game & Watch to be my best fighter in the first week, I'll be totally honest. But I'm not disappointed. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, of course. Anyways, yeah, so we'll be right back in just a second when we see the Blazing Koopas take on the Babygirl Brigade, which should be a very interesting fight.
Hoorah.
So we'll just switch right over.
Well, redemption for my team, Risky Bryzness, in the first match of round 3. In the second match of round 3, we have got a little bit of what we would call a derby match. Between the Blazing Koopas and the Babygirl Brigade. Blazing Koopas in their home stadium to start, so why don't you tell me about what you got lined up for us here?
Yeah, so we're going to be playing on Norfair today, which will be a lot of fun. Leading things off, we have got Shinespark Samus with a very interesting ability, Insta Drop. Able to quickly get right back down to the stage when launched. Could be really interesting to see if Samus is able to figure out practical uses for it. It's hard to say. But I think the big character that I'm really curious to see is Nacho Mac, the Little Mac, and hopefully patch up his one weakness. He does have Jump Plus, but to really lead into that pure power that he's got, he does have Fist Attack Plus. Norfair is going to be an interesting stage for him because it does have a lot of platforms, which doesn't really help him too much. But if he can get some good momentum going, he could do some big damage. So James, why don't you tell us a bit about what we got to deal with the Babygirl Brigade?
Alright, Babygirl Brigade has got Link as its first fighter, i.e. Mr. Fairy. Hopefully he does a little bit better than Toon Link did in round 2. He's gone for a slightly different strategy from my Toon Link. This one's gone Jump Plus and Air Attack Plus. So an air build Link, quite interesting. Mr. Fairy by name, Mr. Fairy by nature will hope to float around and sting hard, because, I mean, Link can get some pretty heavy air attacks off. And speaking of heavy attacks, let's talk about the meat cake that is Kazuya. This is Zuzu less than 3, or Zuzu Heart, depending on who you ask. Physical attack plus, I mean, that makes sense. He's going to be punching and kicking a lot. An air defense plus. We haven't seen a lot of air defense plus in this tournament, but I think trying to kind of counter the juggle could end up being a really good thing as the tournament goes on. We'll see how much it pays off in this fight.
Absolutely, and I think without further ado, let's get in and see how things go.
Blazing Koopas versus Babygirl Brigade.
All right, and we're in here. I will say, I think Babygirl Brigade has a bit of an advantage here because both of the fighters have really solid air games, and if they can capitalize on that, Little Mac won't be able to do much against them. Curious what their strategy will be against Little Mac already dead.
Wow, okay. I was about to say, at this early AI stage, they might not press that advantage so much, but I mean, if Little Mac just decides, I mean, he almost did it again. Well, he's always going to be a risky fighter, Nacho Mac, isn't he? You know, high risk, high rewards, so more of a Bridge of Eldon type fighter than, oh
Definitely.
My goodness, I mean.
Oh boy.
Having a rough go at it so far, the Blazing Koopas. But now we're starting to see a little bit of Mac. That is a big ol' punch.
This is why you don't underestimate the Mac, because if he lands those hits, he will do some damage. Although Kazuya does have his final smash ready, but Little Mac does have the KO punch. It does not matter. Here comes the final smash, and it also reaches Samus, killing both of them. My goodness.
Hey, this could end up being a really quick game if Nacho Mac can't get his, you know, Tushin gear here.
No kidding.
At that, or we're gonna need some really big final smashes from the Blazing Koopas.
Absolutely. Babygirl Brigade off to a very commanding lead, which is very good for them.
Very good for them.
I will say, I do think, again, just looking at the matchups, I think the Babygirl Brigade definitely the better matchup for sure.
For sure. But we've seen crazier things happen so far.
Absolutely.
Little Mac, a bit of a non-factor at the moment. Oh, but here we go. This is what we're talking about. If Nacho Mac and Shine Spark can get those final smashes off.
Yeah, exactly. He does land one on Kazuya.
I mean, that is 100% kill range. That is a big good night.
But unfortunately, that is going to be it for Little Mac. He is out, and Shine Spark unfortunately loses another stock, bringing her down to her last.
It would have been so great if they shared stock just as Shine Spark left and it was just Nacho Mac versus the other two.
That would have been such a dick move, but it would have been really funny. This is a big uphill battle, but it looks like the Babygirl Brigade are going to be playing with a little bit of honor. It looks like they're taking a bit of turns, like letting one go in at a time. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily going for the team combos, which is a very interesting strategy.
Oh, I mean, if they're in a comfortable position, they'll play the low-risk game, I suppose. Good hits there.
This could
that
be big.
final smash, I mean, I don't even know if a final smash that catches both and kills both turns this game around.
I highly doubt it, but, well, she catches both for sure.
Definitely not missing that.
No.
Kazuya lives anyway.
But he is frozen.
Guts froze, though, but popped right out.
Nice throw by Samus. I will give her that. That was a very nice throw.
Samus's throw game and grappling game at this game, I've noticed, has been really, really strong. She just landed 3 there in the matter of 5 seconds, so...
Absolutely. Oh, if she can get the bullet bill there, that could be good too, because that is a very, very strong item. Kazuya does have his final smash ready. Is he able to make it back? No, he's not. Interesting.
I mean, we could be talking about the comeback of the century, but we're not.
Link grabs the bullet, and you know what? I gotta say, Samus played really well for it being a 2-on-1.
Yeah, I would agree.
Little Mag did not do her any favors, unfortunately, but you know what? She fought well. Big kills when needed, as best as she can, obviously, but it was a very one-sided match from the start. Didn't help that Little Mac decided to die within the first 15 seconds, and then, again, pretty shortly after.
Yeah, well, it was not the right stage for Nacho Mac.
No, it was not. A very low percent match, too, as we can see right here.
Yeah, it really was. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Nacho Mac even made it to peak damage 135%. Yeah, just a battle of kind of edging each other out. That's what she said.
Yep, it was. Thank you.
It definitely was. Definitely was. And yeah, a really quick game as well.
But then that's going to lead us to our next and final match of Week 1, where we'll have Bangers and Smash going up against the Pretty Posse. So we'll see you guys in just a second as we get the fighters ready.
Alright, it's the final battle of Week 1. And this is a pretty big fight because both of these teams are 2-0. So all of them fighting for a perfect 3-0 start, a perfect 3-0 sweep, and the best possible start that they could ask for to this Smash Ultimate League campaign. We have got the Pretty Posse and Bangers and Smash battling it out for that legacy. And Spencer, if you want to introduce the first team.
Yeah, so of course, first up, we've got the Pretty Posse over on the red. We've got Fingerbean Fox with a move speed plus, already a really fast fighter, leaning into that speed, which could be very terrifying. And to make things even more comedically fast, he has Impact Run, which isn't going to affect his speed, but if poor Shulk or Sephiroth are in the way, they're getting sent upwards with that Impact Run, which could be very fun to see. Looking over at Dichi's Roy, it's got Jump Plus and Weapon Attack Plus. Jump Plus hopefully to help patch up that kind of spotty recovery. And that Weapon Attack already hits like a truck. He's going to hit really hard if those attacks can connect. How about Bangers and Smash, James? What are we looking at?
Bangers and Smash, I've got 2 guys with swords. I mean, yeah, that's definitely it. Blimey! That's Shulk. He's gone for a theme that we've seen with a lot of sword characters, actually. Jump Plus and Weapon Attack Plus, which I think has served a lot of those characters really well so far. So if that trend continues, Shulk could end up with a pretty decent resume on his hands. We talked about Nacho Mac being one of those like hit and miss characters. If Shulk gets the Monados going, it's going to be scary, but whether he figures it out, we don't know yet. So it'll be an interesting watch as this tournament evolves. And Sephiroth, well, we had free bird, we had free pass, and we have free key. Weapon resist plus. This guy is designed to be a counter to sword characters. He has Roy that he's going up against. I don't think the weapon resist will resist Fox's blaster, unfortunately. But he is definitely a hunter killer when it comes to those sword characters, and there is a lot of them in this tournament. So we'll see how much that weapon resist plus helps keep him in the game. With that exceptionally long sword as well, these short-sworded characters like Roy could face a difficult time. It will be an interesting matchup.
Absolutely, and we'll be having today's match on the Kalos Pokemon League, and I think without further ado, let's jump into this final match and see who's going to go with 3-0 for this first week.
Pretty Posse versus Bangers and Smash.
A battle of titans here, and man, those side platforms on the side could really make a difference.
D-Cheese decides to throw himself off the stage. That is a very bold play. Like, I wanted to say that Little Mac had the fastest first death, but I think that now goes to Roy. Roy really wanting to be awarded biggest idiot so far.
Hey, you know what? Pretty Posse just out here breaking records. That's all they're here for.
Absolutely. And who knows, maybe Roy knows something that we don't.
It'll be interesting. We were talking about Sephiroth's weapon resist at the beginning. That weapon resist will come into fact with items like what Fox has got right now. Be interesting to see because some of those weapons can hurt a lot.
Absolutely.
We're starting to see the Monados come out from Shulk as
Oh,
well.
the Killing Edge manages to get Fox there. That is insane. Nicely done by Sephiroth, just discarding that. It is not looking too great for the Pretty Posse right at the start here, but, you know, comebacks have happened, as we well know, so who knows?
I mean, all it takes is a deadly final. I mean, good man, Roy has lost his stock already. It's feeling a lot like the last game, actually. One team went out to an absolutely flying start. Thankfully, Pretty Posse getting something on the board there, taking a stock off of Shulk.
Yeah, but will it be enough? It's really hard to say. Shulk does have that really good counter of his, but Roy also has a counter, so it'll be interesting to see if any of them use it. We have quite a few characters with counters in this league, so it'll be interesting to see how they adapt to it, if they do at all. Sephiroth, get ready on Roy. This could be it for Roy, which would be devastating for the Pretty Posse.
I mean, if you're Pretty Posse here, do you even... Ooh, never mind, he does just about live. I was about to say, would you even split stock there? Ooh.
Big hit there on Shulk. Although, luckily, Shulk was very low percent, so it did not matter. Fox losing another stock. That is not good for the Posse.
1-1-2-2. We've seen comebacks from steeper positions, but this is... I mean, that's a waste of a final smash.
Yeah, that's rough. Roy is down and out. It is another 2v1 situation here.
I have to say, I've been watching Shulk's Monado play here. I think it's working. He went Smash mode just then and just absolutely pile drived into where all the damage was being dealt, so...
Ooh. Could see something interesting with Fox's final smash. Not that I think it's going to be enough to do. He completely whiffs it. That's going to hurt.
And that's going to be... I have to think that's game over, isn't it? That was his big moment.
Most likely. If he can pull the comeback here, that would be absolutely insane. Shulk managing to heal off a lot of that damage, too.
Basically, he ate the entire thing. That is a full 40% or so he got back just then.
Yeah, that is not good for Fox right now.
He's gone for that seat. I mean, he's gone for the smash while Fox is sitting at 60%.
Unfortunately, the Smash Monado did hurt. It didn't matter. Holy moly. Nice up smash. What an absolute dismantling of the Pretty Posse.
Was that the most dominating 2v2 we've seen so far?
I think it might have been, yeah.
It's got to be pretty close. I mean, what an end screen to leave week one on. Jeepers.
No kidding. Poor Roy. I mean, I think just we even see right there self-destructs at one. Like, Roy, what are you doing? Like, right off the bat, Roy decides, let's just jump off the stage. I don't think Fox was too happy about that.
if we're giving awards weekly, I think Roy, most disappointing character. I didn't expect him to come out the gates flying, but that was a really weak show. Fox actually did okay clawing back there.
Yeah, definitely. I think if I had to say a pick for the most impressive fighter in week one, I want to probably give it to Marth with the 2 double kills on the final smashes. Those were very clutch when they happened.
When they mattered most. Yeah, I mean, but game of the week.
Yeah, definitely.
What, match 2, week 1? Jeez. What a comeback. That was a comeback that started it all, and Bangers and Smash get to be the only team that starts the league with a perfect 3-0 record.
Yeah, which is very impressive, especially for a newcomer to the channel. You love to see it, the new blood coming out strong. Well, even Babygirl Brigade being 2-1. It seems like our new competitors are going to be on quite a roll, hopefully. So we'll have to wait and see. But it's looking like a lot of us us veteran NPG members are gonna have our work cut out for us.
Yeah, there's a lot riding on this. I think we've seen quite a lot of impressive plays from certain members of each team, except for Joseph and the whatchamacallit, the Freaky Five. Bit of a letdown, but if anyone is going to have a positive and upbeat mindset going into the next week, it's probably going to be him. Although, there is a possibility for trades, and whether or not anyone wants to wheel and deal after the first week of fixtures might be interesting to see.
I mean, it's really interesting to see that in the last 2 rounds that we did right here, we had 2 fighters just go off and just die immediately, although it was definitely worse for Roy, but that is going to be it for week 1. So we will be back next week with a new set of battles. So we will see you guys then. I've been Blaze, aka Spencer.
I've been Kilij, aka James. Really slow on that.
Yeah, a little, but that's okay.
Whatever.
We'll see you guys next time.
The hallmarks of professionalism. See you later.